Okay, so this has been inspired by my daughter's, my middle daughter Autumn's quest into electronic music. So I figured that now might be a good time for me to transmit some of my accrued uh, 25 years accrued, well, no, 35 years really. Yeah, 35 years. I'm 45. I started writing music when I was like 9 or 10. Wrote my first opera at 12. I was a weird kid. Some people think I'm a weird adult. I don't care. Um, I figured it might be time to try and put some of this accrued knowledge into video form for future generations. And so I figured, why not be honest and start right at the beginning with a little short thing called Ergo's Music Lesson Number One: Songwriting, Outright Theft. And the reason it's called outright theft is because if you take what a song actually is, a song is a very simple thing. That's the reason it's popular music, because it is a, it's a very simple form of music, but it's also the pop song. This amazing capsule that might be the greatest form of information transmission we've ever invented, because the pop song, we get earworms. You get something that is instantly in your head that you cannot forget, that piece of information you won't forget, and it just keeps going round and round and round and round and round. And annoying as it is, you have retained this information. So the pop song is a remarkable thing. And it is basically, you have the chordal structure, and then on top of that you have words, and the notes of the words move up and down in a way that's complementary to the chordal structure underneath. So let's say you don't have any words. But there are lots of words existing, lots of public domain words that you can set. Or you might also have a really cool literate friend who's written some really fantastic poems that you think, this could also be set to music. Or maybe you've got words, you write them yourself. Anyway, words is a whole other can of worms, so I'm not going to go so much into that. But let's say you don't have what you really need to have a pop song, which is a chordal basis underneath. Well, then you think, well, there's only 12 notes of music, and when you actually look at it, the kind of scope of what goes on, even in the whole history of pop music, is kind of small. It all generally refers to a kind of similar palette, doesn't it? Like, there's not a lot of serialism in pop music, for example. There's not a lot of 12-tone composition going on in the history of mainstream pop, and so on. So you don't have the chords. All art, contrary to what we're told in our copyright law kind of world, all art is theft. There's a quote. It's attributed to Picasso. There's been some conjecture as to whether he actually said it or not. But what is it? It's like a cliche. Good artists borrow, great artists steal, or something like that. But I disagree, because we all steal, consciously or unconsciously, and the palette of pop music is so small that you don't have an idea, just steal something from another song. So I was sitting on the garden bench one day thinking, I'd really like to make a pop song deliberately just based around Stairway to Heaven, because why not? Steal something really famous. So I thought of that bit. If there's a bustle in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now. so we can use that. That's kind of a common thing in pop music. We use that. So then, I thought through other bits of Stairway to Heaven, and we have It Makes Me Wonder, yes, it makes me wonder, like that. So then we can put those two things together. It makes me wonder if there's a bustle in your head, etc., etc. So then, as I said, once you have your chordal structure and you have your words, then the actual making of a pop song is finding ways that your words that you have, which is a whole other kind of worms that we'll go into at another time. The words that you have, they have to dance along in a complementary way to your melody. So, your melody has to dance along in a complementary way to the chord. Many things you could do. It's like one thing. Like infinite things, because that's the nature of music. Small amount of notes, infinite possibilities. What I'm saying is, if you steal the chords from a song completely, the original song can disappear entirely. Let yourself steal. Copyright law is bullshit. You let yourself steal because you come out with something different. This is what I came out with Stairway to Heaven. Added a little riff as well. Like that. Okay. So I had some words. This was the melody that fit with the words. The world is very small and there's no reason at all to think of anywhere as far away. Just takes a day or so to travel many places where infinite faces wait to welcome you. That's what we do, at least you'd hope so. No one is far from you. You dance through your neighbor's dreams. We are one happy tribe. You'd better realize if you'd want to stay alive. People who are in unimaginable duress, remember they are just around the corner, so why don't you help them? No one is far from you. You dance through your neighbor's dreams. We are one happy tribe. We better realize, happy tribe, you want to stay alive. No one is far from you. You dance through your neighbor's dreams. We are one massive tribe. You better realize if you want to stay alive. You better realize if you want to stay alive. People who are in unimaginable duress. Remember, they are just around the corner, so why don't you help them? Give all your cash away to others who need it more. I know that doesn't fit with consumerism. Oh well, it will be gone soon. Woo! No one is far from you. You dance through your neighbor's dreams. We are one massive tribe. You better realize if you want to stay alive. No one is far from you. You dance through your neighbor's dreams. We are one massive tribe. You better realize if you want to stay alive. You better realize if you want to stay alive. And that's called Leisure and Tourism, written by Jimmy Page and Robert Plant. And I ask you, Spotify copyright law, even though I stole those chords and used it as a starting point for the song, was the song written by Jimmy Page and Robert Plant? Because it uses a C and then a C with a going down to the B, whatever you call that, I can't remember. And then because it uses an A minor to D minor? So is it written by Jimmy and Robert, or is it written by me? Anyway, that song is also available on my Bandcamp, and you can donate generously to that song, Leisure and Tourism. It's called Leisure and Tourism, and you can't forget a name like that. And all the money from that release goes to Ali and his family in Gaza. So, yeah, that's my first music lesson. And it came from me and Jimmy Page and Robert Plant. And that's how we steal with class.